chamber driver system for our headsets. Awesome! But what does that actually mean? Let's take a closer look. First off, what is a driver? A speaker driver is what converts an audio signal into sound waves. A key component of the driver is a thin membrane called the diaphragm. The diaphragm is usually cone-shaped with a dome in the middle. The center of the dome produces high-end frequencies. The top of the peak is where the mid-range lives, and the edge of the diaphragm is all about that bass. Most gaming headsets use a traditional driver system, where highs, mids, and lows are all jumbled together inside a single chamber in the ear cup, and that mixture of sound is reflected back into your ears. If you have a gaming headset with booming bass, the stronger bass frequencies will overpower the mids and highs. The sound gets muddied, costing you audio clarity. So how can we give gamers that strong bass they love without sacrificing the cloud clarity that gives high-level players an audio advantage? The answer? 2 chambers. HyperX headsets were the first gaming headsets to incorporate a dual chamber system to separate the bass frequencies from the mids and highs. Our dual chamber driver has unique side vents. These vents direct the bass into one chamber and the mids and highs into their own separate second chamber. By isolating and tuning the bass separately from other frequencies, less overall distortion is created. If you want rich bass while still maintaining crisp, clear highs, 2 chambers are definitely better than 1. HyperX's dual chamber system represents an evolutionary leap forward for gaming headsets. The level of clarity offered will allow you to hear enemy positions and comms better, even in the middle of bass-heavy explosions. The dual chamber system will enhance your music listening as well. The separated mids and highs in your favorite jams will still be distinguishable from all those sweet bass drop wubs. Dual chambers let us bring you the best of both worlds. The strong bass you were asking for, combined with the cloud clarity you loved. So make the switch to a HyperX dual chamber headset and experience the difference today. Hi-Res Audio is a standard of lossless audio capable of reproducing a fuller range of sound from recordings that have been mastered at a level beyond CD quality sources. In simpler terms, high-resolution audio is closer to the original studio recording and takes advantage of a wider portion of the audio spectrum. HyperX is excited to deliver this technology to gamers. CD quality audio is encoded at a bit depth of 16 bits and a sample rate of 44.1 kHz. The most popular digital formats, such as MP3 and AAC, compress files down even further. While these audio formats sound pretty good, Hi-Res Audio goes a step further, encoding audio at 24 bits and 96 kHz to add a level of clarity and detail that was previously missing. Let's take a look at this waveform. Visually, this is how a sound would appear if we heard it raw, uncompressed, and unedited. Here's a representation of how that waveform would be reproduced for CDs, at a bit depth of 16 bits and a sample rate of 44.1 kHz. You can see some of the details in the curves gets lost in the samples. This is a pretty good attempt, but let's see what that waveform looks like when we take it up to high res. As you can see, Hi-Res Audio's greater 24-bit depth and higher 96 kHz sample rate allow for a wider dynamic range and better frequency response, which more faithfully recreates the original waveform. Nuances like the timbre and textures of sounds that would normally get lost are captured in Hi-Res Audio, providing greater clarity and a more satisfying listening experience. In order to experience high-resolution audio, you'll need to make sure that you have all the required high-res components: content, a playback device, and an output device. Typically, these audio formats are high-res versions of FLAC, WAV, AIFF, DSD, or ALAC files. You'll also need a playback device that can process the content. Finally, you'll need an output device that can handle high-res formats, such as headphones or speakers that have been certified to output sounds at frequencies up to 40 kHz. Be on the lookout for HyperX products that sport the Hi-Res Audio logo to get cutting-edge audio technology combined with that signature HyperX quality you've come to know and love.